felt God telling me something, and so I spoke it out loud. I began to prophesy one of these days, we're going to have a youth rally at the high school stadium. Didn't even know we had a name, right? I just said that out loud. At the time, the Bible Club had it had lost its sponsor, so we really had the Bible Club running. And 3 students heard my message and went back to school, right? The next Wednesday, all right, they come back and they go, Miss Lowe, that's what they call me. They call me Miss Lowe. Miss Lowe, Miss Lowe, we can have the rally. We can have it at the stadium. I said, what? We won't. I said, I'm thinking like I grew up watching Billy Graham, right? I'm thinking maybe when I'm in my 60s, right? I'm like, I've never rented a stadium. I was happy being a youth pastor in Dickinson. And they're like, no. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk to my pastors. They're going to say no, so that way I can get out of it. So I talked to Pastor John and Gina, and they're like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we had 5 weeks before school was ending. And so May 24, 2012, we hosted our first Freedom Call rally. I rented the high school stadium. I called every friend I knew. Okay, I needed a stage. I needed all this. And it was just so neat how God put it all together. Over 400 people showed up.
Wow.
And at that time, I did not know they were looking for a principal. So we prayed for the school, right? We all just stretched our hands to a school. That next year, they brought in a new principal, and that principal loved the Lord, and so she was talking to God, and she was walking the track as Dr. Billy Smith, and God told her, I want you to apply to be the principal of Dickinson High School. She says, no, God, send someone else, and then God says, no. She goes, I'm sending you. And so she did. She became the principal, and she's the one that helped us to move the Bible Club to lunchtime.
Okay.
And so she just recently retired, and so we have Principal Ramirez, and she's great. And so, but it was so neat. So we've been doing this every year. During COVID, we couldn't host it at the school, so we brought it back to the school last year, and so we rent out the gym, the competition gym. It's always been free to students. I never want to charge, and so the gospel's free. So I raise people that want to donate to the towards the school, towards the hosting it. So it's our 13th annual Freedom Call event.
13 years.
13 years. And I have different pastors from the area. It's not just me. It's because even then, I'm just telling you 3,000 students. I don't know how many people live in Dickinson, okay? So then students they'll come in, or parents will come in. They'll hear there's a free concert. And one of the things that I feel the Lord, some students may not walk into our churches, may not, but they'll go to their stadium, they'll go to their gym, and they'll hear the gospel for the first time, and they'll give their life to Jesus. I've had students that they've changed their whole life. They were thinking of taking their life, and they gave their life to the Lord at a Freedom Call event, and now, they graduated, they're a teacher now, they're parents, it is just so neat to hear just a one night of worship, where everybody comes there. It's not about your church or my church, it's about God. And I bring everyone together. I invite different churches to come in. And so I'm so thankful I got Pastor Vaughn coming in this year. Pastor Vaughn has helped me. He's from Space City Church. And so he is coming out with Young Jaden. Young Jaden is a graduate of Dickinson High School. He's going to be out there, hip-hop artist. We have a worship with Space City Church led by Mendy Del Campo. She's going to be out there doing worship. It's going to be great because I believe in worship. All right. And then we got Pastor Von Juan's son, little Siggy's going to come out there, and they're going to all be ministering in music. So I know I can't rap. I know, but I know that God uses different tools. Okay. And so I was joking with you that someday if someone does pick me up to be a rapper, I've already got my stage name, Little Lolo. Anyway, that's beside the point. But we preach Jesus, and it's so cool because it's right before Palm Sunday. So on April 11th, at 7 o'clock at Dickinson High School's competition gym, we'll be having our Freedom Call event.
And that's this Friday?
That's next Friday.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, next Friday. April 11th, you have 11 days, 10 days from today. And it's a free rally. We have different giveaways that we give out, different testimonies, students sharing their testimonies. It is so neat. So it's from 7 to 9. Doors open at 6:15, and we'll have giveaways, and it's neat. The ROTC students come out and help me, and they help serve. They're my greeters. They're the ones that help me do the games. It's just such a powerful night because it gives God glory.
You've been doing this for
13 years. This is my 13th year hosting this.
You have a lot of the logistics down,
Yes.
And this is exciting because now it can just get more
Yes.
effective and,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, it had to do what it needs to do. I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am. And I'm just one person. My dream is that every pastor would adopt a school and that they would host something like this in their schools every year. Just bring the community together. It's not about growing my church. It's about bringing God in your city. When you can touch a student, you touch a family, you touch a family, you touch a neighborhood, you touch a city. You know, and it's just young people sharing their testimonies, and it's really neat. It's something I'm like, God, and every year I'm asking God, are you sure? I don't want to host it just because I hosted
Yes, yes.
I have to hear from God, and there are ways that I'm asking God, and there are different things that I know and I can hear. Okay, God, this is the time you got to do this.
Yes,
And I'll give you one small example. I'm praying to God by myself, right? It was right before Sunday morning service, and we're having a time of prayer, and I'm just praying with myself and saying, God, because I have to have confirmation. It's a big deal to host a freedom call.
Yeah,
and I'm asking God.
I pointed out the
Yeah,
logistics
I know.
of
I'm
it.
like, God, I just really need to make sure, Lord, that I'm hearing your voice.
It's a lot of work.
And I said, God, I need to hear the word freedom. Now, this is me talking. We praying.
Okay.
Just need to hear the word freedom, Lord God. Just throughout the day. I'm at church on a Sunday morning, right? I'm not kidding. 5 minutes later, one of the pastors of the church says, Lorena, come up here. Would you come and pray for freedom? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just needed that extra confirmation. I think, I know it was used a lot in the Old Testament, but I just need confirmation because I don't want to just host the event. It's a lot to host this event, but it is so wonderful when young people give their life to Jesus.